don't know much about history.
So this next video is going to be geared more towards people who are traveling to the UK specifically, even more specifically the University of Hertfordshire. I say Hertfordshire, some people say Hertfordshire, some people say Hertfordshire. It's weirdly named. Just let them make fun of you. The things you need to know when going to a UK school. When it comes to the UK, a lot of the universities are on the year system, while we all know Cal State University Long Beach is on the semester system. So it kind of pigeonholes your decisions a little bit. You might decide to do a full year so that you can have more access to different courses. By the same token, there are a lot of things that are offered in little semester foreign exchange classes that some of the other students don't really maybe know, that there's all these humanities courses available. The English university system is broken up into 3 years as opposed to our typical 4, now 5 for a lot of majors. Every major is different, but there are a lot of big projects. There are a lot of group projects as opposed to homework assignments. You will have 4 big projects in a year that will make up your whole grade. A lot of my courses, the entire grade was determined by 2 or 3 projects or assignments. You don't always get a say in who's going to be in your group project. You really need to be open with your professors. Say, I'm going to switch groups, or hey, I'm not as comfortable with this topic and I know it's worth 50% of my grade. Is there any chance I can switch to a different topic that I know I'm going to succeed in because I'm really interested in it? The teachers are different as well. Not every single person who teaches you will be a professor. Some will just be an instructor. The levels of education will vary. Another weird but amazing thing about the University of Hertfordshire, I did not have to purchase books. I had a friend who was studying in Nottingham. She also didn't have to purchase books. They tend to assign readings in the modules based on what they can provide you with themselves. Say there's a 20-page article you need to read for Tuesday's class. They will email you that. If you have an assignment that requires literature from the library, you'll go to the library and you will get that. So while you might be paying more for transportation or living costs, you won't be buying books more than likely. Con, you are not able to, or at least at the University of Hertfordshire, customize your schedule as much. There's a lot less freedom in the days and the times that you will be attending class. Like I mentioned earlier, in the United Kingdom, most everyone chooses a course of study, which is your major, when they are freshmen, and then everyone is in the same classes together for the 3 years of university in year-long increments. That means there are less classes to choose from, so you might not be able to minimize your schedule to just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or only mornings, or whatever you're used to sort of customizing at Cal State Long Beach. Know that there is a little bit less flexibility when studying abroad, at least per my experience. It may be different for different countries, but from my experience, that's the class you take, so that you take it on that day. It's worth mentioning that the semester in the UK was actually a bit shorter as well. We ended in late April, but some other majors that have more testing at the end of the year may go into May. Find out, get your syllabus in the beginning of the semester, get all your dates in order so you know when your spring break is, you know when your last day of school is, you know when your deadlines are. Apart from the format of the classes being different, the grade scale is actually quite different. They may tell you this a little bit at the study abroad office, but in England, for example, an A+ is actually a 70% or higher. Sounds easy, right? But it's actually very difficult. They are very stingy with their A's or their firsts. You really have to produce quality work to get, say, a 73. That's an amazing grade in England. Another difference is the way they name the classes. Here we call our classes courses. In the United Kingdom, the course is your major. If you're a film course, you're a film major, or if you're on the nursing course, nursing major. Their courses are actually called modules. So modules are your courses/classes. Another major difference is the Dropbox. We sort of get a variety of turn-in methods for assignments at Cal State Long Beach. At University of Hertfordshire, all your assignments will be due online. They will be due in your UH portal. They will take a moment to upload, and they will not be accepted if they are late. So along with class times being a little less flexible, deadlines are deadlines, especially in the English school system. If you have a seriously extenuating circumstance, you can try and talk to your instructor, let them know, hey, I was hospitalized because I was sick, etc. Really know that that's how they operate over there, so try and get everything done hours and hours before you need to submit. Make sure your internet connection is good. You will be presenting in front of a class. That can be good for a lot of us who have problems with public speaking, you will be nudged into that, and it also forces you to really, really get to know the material because you'll be presenting it to the rest of the class. So that sort of concludes what I can think of at the time that makes up the really big differences in the university system. So just ask questions, always ask questions, be engaged, be prepared, and it will reward you 10 times over. Just because something is different doesn't mean it's better or worse, it's just different. Bye, see you next time.